Some people vanish in national parks, but a few disappear in ways that even park rangers refuse to explain. Across the United States, thousands of people go missing in protected wilderness every year. Most are found. Some are not. And a few cases leave behind details that don't make sense, no matter how many times they're investigated. Late October, along a remote stretch of the Appalachian Trail in northern Georgia. The trees were nearly bare, the forest thin enough to see long distances, yet quiet enough to hear every step. Daniel Harper, 34, was an experienced hiker attempting a solo multi-day trek. He checked in at a ranger station, signed the trail log, and was last seen heading north just before sunset. He carried standard gear. Food for 4 days. A GPS tracker. Everything normal. He was expected to reach the next checkpoint within 48 hours. He never did. Rangers began a search within 24 hours. His GPS signal had stopped abruptly about 6 miles into the trail. Search teams followed the path and found his backpack, placed neatly beside a tree. Inside, all his supplies. Untouched. No signs of struggle. No scattered items. Just placed. About 30 feet off the trail, searchers found footprints leading into the woods. Barefoot. Daniel had been wearing hiking boots. The prints went on for nearly 100 yards, then simply stopped. No return tracks. No disturbance. Just an empty forest floor. No body was ever found. To this day, rangers say the strangest part wasn't the disappearance. It was how calmly everything seemed left behind. Summer, Yosemite National Park. A crowded campground during peak season, families, campfires, voices echoing through the valley. Emily Carter, 27, was camping with 2 friends. Around 11:30 p.m., she told them she was walking to the nearby restroom. It was less than 200 feet away. She never returned. Her friends reported her missing within an hour. Rangers searched immediately. Dogs were brought in. They picked up her scent, leading toward the restroom. Then it stopped. Not faded. Not lost. Stopped, mid-path. The next morning, her flashlight was found placed upright on a wooden post near the trail. Still on. Battery nearly full. No one in nearby camps reported hearing anything unusual. No footsteps. No screams. No movement. In a place filled with people, no one saw her disappear. Despite extensive searches, no trace of Emily was ever found. Rangers later admitted, quietly, that it's one of the only cases where it felt like someone simply vanished in plain sight. Early spring, Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Dense fog rolled through the valleys, reducing visibility to just a few feet.
The audio consists of the sounds of footsteps on
Six-year-old
wet
Lucas
leaves and
Bennett
roots,
was on a family
accompanied by the
hike.
rustling of clothing.
One moment he was walking just ahead of his parents. The next, he was gone. No sound. No warning. Just empty trail. Search teams were deployed within hours. Helicopters scanned the forest. Ground teams combed miles of terrain. After 2 days, a volunteer searcher found something unusual. A small shoe. Lucas's. It was placed on top of a moss-covered rock, nearly 2 miles from where he vanished. Search dogs tracked his scent in multiple directions, as if he had been moving in circles, or carried. One ranger later noted that the terrain between the disappearance point and the shoe location was nearly impossible for a child to cross alone. Steep ridges, thick underbrush, no clear path. Lucas was never found. The official report lists it as a probable wildlife incident, but those involved in the search still question how his shoe ended up exactly where it did. A remote fire lookout tower in the forests of Oregon, miles from the nearest road, accessible only by a narrow trail. Mark Ellison, 42, was a seasonal fire lookout. He checked in daily via radio. Routine, predictable. One morning, the radio went silent. Rangers attempted contact repeatedly. No response. A team hiked to the tower. Everything appeared normal at first glance. His bed was made. Coffee cup on the table. Still half full. His boots were by the door. The trapdoor leading down from the tower was open, but there were no tracks on the ground below. The soil was soft from recent rain. Any movement should have left marks. There were none. Even more strange, his radio was found on the floor, still powered on, emitting faint static. No signs of struggle. No evidence of departure. Just an empty tower in the middle of nowhere. Some rangers avoid that station now. Not because of what was found, but because of what wasn't. Late September, Mount Rainier National Park. Cold winds. Early snowfall. Visibility shifting without warning. Rachel Kim, 31, was an experienced climber. She set out on a solo ascent, something she had done before. She checked in via satellite message halfway up the route. Everything normal. That was the last contact. Search teams were deployed quickly. After 3 days, they found her tent, still anchored. Inside, her gear, her food, her journal. One entry stood out, written just hours before she vanished. It read, "I keep hearing something outside. It sounds like footsteps, but there's no one here." Around the tent, there were tracks in the snow. But they didn't lead away. They circled the tent. Repeatedly. Overlapping. Directionless. And then, they stopped. Right at the entrance. No exit trail. No drag marks. Nothing. Rachel Kim was never found. The mountain gave no answers. And even now, some rangers say, when storms roll in over Rainier, they avoid certain trails. Because sometimes, in the wind, you can hear footsteps that don't belong to anyone. Not every disappearance has an explanation. And in places where nature already feels endless, sometimes the only thing more unsettling than getting lost is realizing something else might have found you first.